Ladies and gentlemen, we're certainly glad to be here tonight.
Welcome to the Moon Men Podcast.
Don't be afraid.
A little escapade of mine involving a couple of planets which shall be nameless.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
How could people listen to that back then? It's so fucking boring.
What do you? We're not starting off like
No,
this.
no,
We're
no, no.
we're
I'm
not-
serious. I'm serious.
Are you being legitimately serious?
Yeah, it's boring.
How? In what universe?
It's boring, dude.
That's boring to you?
Yes, it's boring.
It's because you don't like jazz. That's what it is.
I guess, but like, it's just boring, dude.
You don't like jazz?
No, just like rap. It's boring now.
Well, what do you listen to?
Well, like the
Like rap wise.
Logic, J. Cole, Kendrick.
That's what's
that,
boring.
that era.
That era?
Yeah.
So you never branched out. You never.
No, I came nowhere, and it sucks. I went older, and it's good but stereotypical.
What do you mean? That laid the foundation for what rap
Yeah,
is now.
I know.
And for
No,
what those guys
No,
are
not
trying to
now.
mimic.
Not now. I don't know what's happening now.
Now it's trap.
Yeah.
But like that's its own subgenre of rap that was inspired from gangster rap because they're taking the same messages from that and transforming it for a new era, and then they're inspired by different melodic tones that was popularized by Chief Keef. I can't believe you don't know any of this.
It's just because it's boring, dude.
Hold on, Jets.
Okay, I think we'll be good for like 5 minutes. Like, I've noticed if something's mainstream, it's no longer good.
You're sounding like me.
Yeah.
Like old me.
No. It's I've noticed because back then, rap was still tolerable, and like around 2017, 2016, that's when it started getting bad, and then
It's just not your style of rap, but there are artists out there who are catering to your style.
Yeah, but they're all gonna retire soon.
Not all of them. Like, who's that? There's a young guy that's up and coming right now. I think his name is Blue. Let me double check.
Never heard of that guy. Are you talking about the guy on Logic's album?
Yeah, but I went and I started looking at his stuff because I had heard good things about him, and he has like a lo-fi boom bap style that's really chill, kind of similar to like a MF Doom style or Earl Sweatshirt even.
Earl Sweatshirt. I can't get behind that guy.
Okay, Tribe Called Quest. I think it's pretty similar to a Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
But I think like you just got to expand more, see what you like. Like, you know, there's all of the Wu-Tang Clan, right? And then all their individual albums.
No, even then they just kind of rap about all the same shit.
I mean, yeah, but rap as a genre in terms of theme, for the most part, was pretty limited up until I think the 90s, and then that's when it started expanding and started talking about more things. So if you just start branching into different subgenres and different eras, you'll find things that you like.
Or I could just expand into new.
You could also do that. I'm not gonna hate on you for
like
trying to
I'm
use
giving
it.
country like 2 or 3 more years until it becomes mainstream and it gets boring.
It's been mainstream.
No, it's not.
It's been
knocked rap off this year as being the number one genre.
well, yeah, but country's been mainstream as hell, like for a long time.
No, not really.
Yeah. I've met hundreds of people at this point that like only listen to country. You know, every fucking Circle K I walk into is playing country stations. You know, it in terms of like what's popular with Gen Z or what's popular online, country isn't really what you see. It's always rap.
Rap, right.
But country as a genre has been like super popular for the last like 60 years, ever since like George Strait.
No, I think it was always been rock was 1.
Rock was number 1. I'm not saying.
And then rap was 2. And then country was 3.
Rap wasn't that popular up until like the late 90s, early 2000s.
No, but I'm just saying it was rock. It took over until recently. Then rap and then country. No, not even country. Before country, it was pop.
Well, pop is always pop. Pop's always there.
Yeah.
But I would say rock held like the throne of like popularity for everybody up until like the 2000s, and then at that time it was hip hop and not even rap, just like hip hop and pop trying to fight for that spot. And then for a little while it was just pop, and then rap kind of broke into the mainstream, right? But country, since its, you know, origins, has always been in like the top 5 categories. Always. People are always listening to country.
Yeah.
Right now, I just think it's gained to a point of popularity where now everybody's listening to it. I've even seen like memes of like people discussing like country girls and country guys and trying to become more country. And I've seen just like out on the street, I've seen more like black guys wearing country outfits. Of course, there's always the white guys and the Mexicans. I think I even saw one Asian dude who was dressed in like country shit, which is like weird.
Don't you mean a cowboy? He's just dressing like a cowboy.
Not necessarily a cowboy, but like country has its own style. Like there are cowboys and then they're like country fans, you know? Like they're very closely intertwined, but they do have different ensembles.
What's the difference?
I don't know the intricacies, but you could tell the difference, like versus a cowboy, somebody who's like actually a cowboy and like works with horses and that kind of thing. And then somebody who just likes country and likes the aesthetic of country. And then those in the middle who are both, you know, who always wear the aesthetic and always listen to country, you know, and who work with horses and stuff. It's a weird mix. I don't think it's developed enough for us to really analyze it, because up until recently it was just you're a cowboy who likes country or you're not, you know what I mean? But it's becoming more popular for sure.
Yeah, like that's why I said in between 1 or 2 years it's gonna start sucking again.
Well, I mean, I knew it was getting popular when they sucked you in, because you didn't even like country like in high school.
I like country songs, but
I'm sure you like songs,
but never specific artists.
And then you weren't like listening to country. Like in high school, if I had heard you talking about country, it would have threw me off, because it was all like Linkin Park, Logic, a couple of rock songs from WWE, Logic, and then like that new, I would say early 2000s rap, like J. Cole, Kendrick, Logic, all of those guys in that category. And then, I don't know, whatever poppy song was popular at the time. Yeah. You know, or like Imagine Dragons, that kind of thing. Like, that's what I pictured you listening to. And then if you started talking about fucking country back then, it would have thrown me all off. So as soon as you started saying, oh yeah, I'm listening to country, like this is my favorite artist, I'm like, whoa, shit, they got Eddie.
Well, he's the only guy I like. I don't like Luke Combs. I only like a few songs from him, actually. I don't like Luke Bryan. I don't like, who's another big one?
Thomas Rhett.
I
don't know if he's that popular in the country.
He's more pop country.
Yeah, I do like his style of country. It's a style I can get behind.
So do you like, what the fuck is their name? Dan and Shay?
I don't. Like country is my least explored genre, so I don't know that much about it. Like country, and then I would say like all the Mexican music, like reggaeton or banda or whatever it is, mariachi. I don't listen to a lot of that either. Mm-hmm. And that's like all of our fucking area. That's all.
That's all my friends actually. All my friends are either rap heads or reggaeton fans.
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
They're either listening to Bad Bunny or
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
He's the first guy that came to mind.
50 fucking Cent. Did you know 50 Cent's got game? Like 50 Cent's got Riz.
Well, he beat the game, so yeah.
Oh, you know, whoa.
I don't know. I don't know about that rap battle.
Yeah, I'm not too involved with the game himself or even 50's whole discography.
Yeah, I don't know who's better. I just know that they're beefing.
The game sucks, like hands down. Like he's got a couple good songs from when he came out. But as an artist, he's not that versatile and he doesn't have a presence really. I mean, I'm just so nobody with the podcast, but like I had seen this clip a long time ago where he would go on radio shows and freestyle the exact same verse over and over again for years. He did it for years and nobody called him out on it up until like, I think it was 2020. So let's just say like Logic Soul Food verse, right? Mm-hmm. He was rapping that verse every single time he got onto a freestyle, no matter what beat it was, for years on multiple different radio shows.
I think that's kind of also impressive. It's different beats.
It didn't work with all the beats though. That's the thing. And it's just like lazy, you know? He always struck me as like a lazy artist. that being said, I did like, a couple of his songs.
I like the song he has with 50 Cent. I forgot the name of it.
I like the song he has with Tyler, the Creator. What the fuck is it? Martians and Goblins?
I like the song he has with Logic.
Oh, I forgot he has a song with Logic.
Yeah.
And it's all right. So that being said, explore some hip-hop genres.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Moonman Podcast.
Right as you were saying that, 8 Mile was showing up.
I'm your host, Evan. That's your co-host, Eddie. And we're back, people. I was going to say we're black people. I'm in a weird zone today, man.
You're tired?
Not really tired. I'm just like... Yeah, I guess I'm a little tired. I've just been in a weird zone. Ever since everything happened earlier, my day's just been weird. I was expecting you to ask.
I was. That's why I gave you that look.
Well, yeah, like, you can give me the look, but you gotta, like, say it.
Oh. What happened earlier, Devin?
Thanks, Eddie. Thanks. I texted you about this, so it's not news to you, but... It was when I was at the store, and I walked in, and then this huge fucking charade came down. So I walk into the store, right? I'm talking to the manager, trying to get her to put a display up. That doesn't matter. The intricacies don't matter. I'm talking to the assistant manager, and the manager's not there at the store, and there's one old lady behind the counter, right? As I was walking into the store, I saw this homeless guy. He was tall, black, wearing like this purple sweater, and he had the straw hat from One Piece on his head. And that's what caught my eye. I was like, why is somebody wearing the One Piece straw hat right now? And why is it a homeless guy, like, in the middle of Tucson, like, in the fucking wintertime? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. And I registered him. Then he walked in, right? And he was in the store while I was talking to this manager. Next thing I know, there's all kinds of yelling going on from the other side of the store. And me and the manager both look right as the old lady behind the counter shouts out at the manager saying, he's hitting her. And we both look over to the right to where the door is. And there's this lady. She's like maybe 5'3". She's a little bit stockier. And I had noticed her when I was walking in because she had a really pretty face, but she was decked out in all kinds of like construction gear. And we like looked at each other, and she just turned away and walked in. And I was like, oh, I just took note of it.
She could fuck you up.
She could fuck me up. And I would like it. She had the cowboy boots on and everything, right? I was like, hey, man, I'll be submissive once. I'll try it. Right? I mean, I'm taller than her, but she could probably throw me around. It might be fun, fly through the air. Anyways. I'd even call her mommy if she wanted me to. Like, her face was that pretty. Like, it was shocking to see how pretty she was working in the field she does. It was just, I've never seen that before. So I noticed her when I went in, and then it was her and this guy, and he was like elbowing her in the face, like trying to get out of the door. And it all started because I think he was like trying to brush her aside because the old lady caught him stealing and was telling him to get out or whatever, right? I don't know what happened right around that time, but I saw the old lady walking with his straw hat. And I was like, what the fuck? So this old lady at some point saw him stealing and then took his hat away from him. Which is just, that's just wrong. And especially since it's a One Piece hat, I was kind of like siding with the guy. But his eyes were crazy. Like, you could tell he was on something. So he's like elbowing this girl in the face, and this girl's like fucking decking him in the cheek with her left hand. And like, from the way his head was moving, I was like, man, that would have knocked me out. It was like, like when their whole neck moves with it. And so she's all, don't fucking touch me. Don't you put your hands on me. Boom. Boom. And I was like, what the fuck? And the assistant manager took off, and she's all, get the fuck out of the store. Get the fuck out. And I'm standing there. I'm like, am I supposed to jump in or what's...
Were you the only guy around? You should have jumped in.
The thing is, that girl that walked in, she walked in with the tall ass Mexican dude, right? And I remember thinking, oh, like, that's probably her boyfriend or her dad or something. I don't know, right? Like, he's a little bit older. Motherfucker was just standing there watching him the whole time. And I'm watching from afar, and I'm like, what's Monster's stance on fighting? Like, could I run and jump to, like, defend them? Or, like, am I going to get punched? Like, will I lose my job? So I'm just standing there. And at some point, the assistant manager locked the door. So then he starts stalking around. They call the cops. And he's yelling at him, "Give me my fucking hat back!" And they're all, "Get out of the store, get out of the store!" But it doesn't make sense because they locked in. They're all, "Call the police!" And it was just this whole thing. And then he walked by me. He started mean mugging me. And this guy's like maybe half a foot taller than me. And I'm just staring at him. I have my hands in my pocket. I'm looking at him as we walk by. And I wanted to be like, "That was a nice hat, bro. That was a nice hat." But I was scared that he was just going to start attacking me. Then it turned into a whole thing. Like, I just walked into this store. It's like 11 o'clock. I don't know when I texted. It's like 11 o'clock. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to do my job here. So I'm just standing there. He's eyeballing me as he walks around. And then like, he starts walking through the store, stealing all kinds of shit. And because the front door is locked and he's trying to get out, he runs through the emergency door. And as soon as you open the emergency door, it's so the whole alarm system went off. Everybody was going ballistic. I'm standing there like,
you should. I would have just went to the freezer and just pretend to be doing stock.
Like, so am I getting my stacker? Can I put it over there? Is this a bad time? I got some hats. Like, so the alarm's going off and the assistant manager's talking to the cops, and then the old lady's trying to like lock the door to like turn the alarm off. Turns out they don't have the fucking lock, because when somebody was in, or the key, sorry, it was when somebody was in there last week, they took the key for the emergency alarm because they didn't think they would actually need the key. So now everybody in the store is standing there. It's going, there's all kinds of shit all over the floor. This one girl's like explaining to everybody what happened. I'm expecting the cops to show up, and I'm just still standing there, my hands in my pockets, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the cooler and just do my thing. Like I didn't know what to do, right? So then I walked to the cooler, and as soon as I walk in, the Red Bull guy's there. And like, I'm like, oh God. Like now I walked into enemy territory, right? And he goes, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was like, oh, okay, we're good. So me and him bullshit in the cooler or whatever, right? And the alarm's still going off.
Wait, what'd you just say?
We bullshit in the cooler.
Oh, it sounded like you said we both shit in the cooler.
We both shat in the cooler. And the alarm's still going off. You could hear it in the goddamn cooler, but we're just doing our fucking work. We're talking, bullshitting. He's calling all the homeless people and I'll bleep that out. But he's calling all the homeless people. I'm over here laughing because I'm like, they are a couple. And then I walk out, right? And as soon as I walk out, I bump into one of my ex-girlfriends, and the alarms are, and she's on the couch. She's at the counter. Nobody's there in the store. It's just me, her, and the old lady, but the old lady's not at the counter. So I look at her and I'm like, oh shit. And I turn my head and I start walking towards the front end of the store. And then I'm pretty like, as I was walking, she turned and looked at me, and then I kind of looked back, and then we locked eyes for like a second. I don't know if she recognized me or not. That's not the fucking point. I just saw this chick after I saw fucking Monkey D. Luffy get whooped by a beautiful woman that I was staring at. And so, what?
I don't know if that joke is intentional.
Oh. Okay, let me clarify that. The One Piece character's name is Monkey D. Luffy. I was not calling the black man a monkey. That was not intentional. I apologize. The character's name is Luffy, Monkey D. Okay, so I was watching Luffy get his ass whooped in the front, homeless Luffy, by a beautiful woman in cowboy boots. Their alarms are going ballistic. The fucking front end cooler's got cans popping left and right. There's all kinds of monster leaking out. And then I bump into one of my ex-girlfriends, and then I see her, I look at her, and I'm like, I'm not engaging. So I go to the front cooler, and then as I'm working on it, she walks out, and then we see each other again. She didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. She walks out, and I was like, man, that was an eventful 15 minutes. Because all of that happened in the span of like 15 minutes.
What about the cowboy chick? What happened to her?
She came up to me afterwards, and she goes, I'm so sorry. And I was like, for what? You whooped his ass. And she's like, I'm just sorry you had to deal with that. I'm like, deal with what? I didn't deal with shit.
She probably thought you were important, that's why.
Maybe. I mean, I got
because
the
collar
on.
shirt.
You
seem professional, that's why.
Yeah.
So she probably thought that you were like a higher up.
I could have said something like, yeah, this ruined a very important discussion that we had going on. I had a big deal going on here. This ruined it. You know, there's one way you could compensate those. I'm going to bleep that out. I don't know why she came up to me, but she came up and she apologized, and I was like, hey, you're good, you just did your thing, good job on the ass whooping.
You should have smacked her in the ass like a baseball player. Bleep that one out.
No, we're leaving that one in. If I had to leave the monkey joke in to explain it later.
No. I don't think anybody would have caught it. I only caught it.
If you caught it, some motherfucker out there caught it. These guys are deranged, the people listening to this. I love them, but they're deranged. They would have caught that shit instantly.
Are we super loud? Look at that. We're spiking.
Oh, yeah, we're a little loud, but that's because we're talking. Just move the mic back a little bit for you. Yeah. No, well, you don't have to smack it like that.
No, I poked it.
Even still, it looked like a fucking flick or some shit.
Oh, man. That was a very eventful morning for you, Devin.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking nuts. I didn't expect all of that to go down in one store. And then the crazy thing is, I was talking to a manager yesterday. I had just walked into the store, and he was telling me how the cops were called 3 times that morning, and they already had 2 arrests before lunchtime.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in our town.
Oh, so
all I can say for sure is that the homeless crime rate seems to be increasing.
I told you that, and you're like, no, it's not.
When did you tell me that?
Like 10 episodes ago.
Also, that Speedway by where you work, you know, the one in that.
Yeah, I'm about to tell that story. I have a story about that.
Oh, okay.
But
go ahead.
No, finish your stuff.
That place is terrible.
It
is?
Oh
my god, it's not on my route, and thank God, because it's fucking terrible. I walked in there the other day just to check out the store because I had been there a couple weeks before, and that's where I was talking to the gay homeless man about life and politics and the government, the one that smelled like urine. I was talking to him for like 30 minutes, but there's all kinds of like crackheads outside. I'm pretty sure I saw one of them fighting in the parking lot.
So basically all the homeless people that steal from my store, they go live behind that Speedway.
Really?
So you know how there's that ditch next to the Speedway?
Yeah.
They all live right there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
So on Saturday, I got off at 12:45 a.m. And my brother was like, "Hey, I need to go get gas. I'm gonna go to the AMPM by your house." And I'm like, "Why? Just go to the Speedway." The moment I said, "Let's go to the Speedway," I see fucking 4 cop cars going into the gas station. 1 cop running to the other side of the mall where like the In-N-Out and the and the Krispy Kreme. Another cop coming down the bridge chasing after the cop. He did a fucking hard right turn. They caught whoever they were chasing. When I look back to the Speedway gas station pump where the pumps are,
yeah,
all 4 cop cars were surrounding this specific car, pointing their guns at whoever was inside the car.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and then my bro's like, "Let's just go to AMPM."
The AMPM by your house is also bad. There are a lot of stores on my route that I fucking hate. And there's one store in particular that I just avoid completely. I haven't been there in maybe a month. I'll go in when I have to go in. I fucking hate that store. It's the one right there on right near the freeway. Or I'm sorry, I think it's right near the freeway where the
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that fucking store right there is terrible. Every single time I've ever been there, the store itself inside is kind of nice. Like they keep things, you know, maintained to a degree. They got a new manager. She's doing a good job. But the outside is overrun by homeless people. The last time I was there, this guy, I'm pretty sure, was smoking crack just right there on this fucking sidewalk. The very first time I was there, that's when the homeless guy was sleeping on my fucking car. He was sleeping like he was sleeping in the parking lane, right? And then he had his head on my tire and his hand was like on my hood. And I walked up and I was like, what the fuck? And then these 3 girls walk up at the exact same time. Yeah, all those ghetto girls started calling him a fucking smoker. You fucking smoker, get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah, look where that area is at. That fucking area is notorious for it being bad.
Yeah, that area is bad. And then the whole stretch of Speedway is bad.
I refuse to live in that area.
Oh God, do not do it. My whole stretch of Speedway, which is just basically central, bad. Those are all the stores I was hitting today.
Wait, is it like near downtown?
Yeah, well, you know Speedway the road, right?
Yeah.
So from that entire stretch all the way up until the very last store by the freeway, that store specifically is really nice. All the rest of them, terrible. Very bad. All the way up until you get to the east side. The whole central part of that road is so fucked up. Like, you know where like the fuck, where is this at? You remember where we went to go get boba tea with Carla and we were standing outside in the cold? It was on Speedway.
Was there a Chuck E. Cheese nearby?
Don't know. I don't think there's a Chuck E. Cheese there anymore. Maybe. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
That whole area is fucking terrible. And that's the route I hit today. And I haven't hit this route in about 3 weeks. Specifically because my first 5 stores of the day, phenomenal. Bang out stores. I don't need to do anything. All the managers are cool. We talk for hours. They're great people. My last 5 stores are the most ghettoest places you've ever fucking been to. I don't even use the restrooms in those stores. Like, if I have to, I'll hold it. Like, if I have to go, I'll just hold it because they're so bad. And there's always, like, hordes of homeless people outside just bugging people, running into the store, causing mayhem.
I don't know what's worse. Excuse me. I don't know what's worse. Speedways or fucking Quick Marts. I think Quick Marts are worse.
Quick Marts are way worse. They're fucking terrible. Speedway, the stores are nice. A lot of them, depending on the location, are nice.
I wonder why there aren't any homeless people at Quick Trips. I've never seen a homeless person at Quick Trip.
Because Quick Trip themselves, they go out of their way to like fight off homeless people. They don't want them hanging out around there. So the managers will chase them off. They'll call the cops just to have, if they're loitering there, you're not allowed to loiter anywhere near a Quick Trip. And it's because they want all their Quick Trips to feel like a safe place. That's why they even have the fucking sign that says safe place. Because they don't want any of that going on in their stores.
But if they want no loitering, why are there chairs outside?
Some Quick Trips will have chairs and stuff outside because they have like the kitchens. All of them have kitchens, but some of them will like encourage you to eat there.
Oh, okay.
But like a lot of Quick Trips don't.
Have you had the pizza from Quick Trip?
I'm not a fan. I like the breakfast pizza.
Oh.
But okay, I'm glad you brought this up because I've been waiting for a platform to tell this. Mm-hmm. Since starting my job and before starting my job, I've tried dozens of gas station foods, right? From all over. Quick Mart, Quick Trip, AMPM, Circle K, 7-Eleven, Speedway, all of it, right?
Did you just say Speedway twice?
Maybe. The hands down best food every single time is Speedway. You might think they have ghetto stores, but you haven't been inside of a nice one. And the nice ones that have the fucking... If they have the pizzas going, they have all the fucking sandwiches and burgers, and then they got the hot dogs and the little like taquitos, all of it. Oh my God. So fucking good and so cheap too.
I don't know why. I always thought the AMPM had the best food. I always thought it was so good.
No. I mean, I used to think so too. Until I had it 2 times a day, every day for months.
Oh, okay.
And that's part of the reason why I got so fat back then, because I was standing all day long, not moving at all, really. Mm-hmm. And then I was eating all this free food and all these free cookies, and it was great. But now, like, I tried it again recently, I think a couple months ago. Terrible. I didn't like it. And the taste of it, I
think it's because you got sick of it, that's why.
Maybe, but I'm not a big fan of AMPM food at all.
The only gas station out, dude. We've been talking about gas stations for 10 minutes. After this, we're gonna have to jump onto a new topic.
10 minutes? We're at 30.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes, dude. It was like a good 10 minutes.
I mean, but we have a lot of experience in this area, you know, convenience, gas station.
Yeah. After what I'm about to say, we have to jump off to the next one.
Okay.
The only gas station that I think is ghetto is AMPM.
It is ghetto, but the ones here. I know the actual owner of all the ones here. He's kind of a prick, but that doesn't matter. He maintains all of his stores, and they're pretty good at keeping all the homeless people out and all the riffraff out. And so for the most part, like, they're ghetto. Certain ones are really ghetto, like the one by your house, but there are others that are nicer. Yeah, the one right here.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that store.
Me too. I hate going to that gas station.
I hate it.
I hate going to every gas station around my area.
Yeah. All of them. Well, that Circle K down the road, it does have its fair share of riffraff all around, right? Mm-hmm. But the store itself is really good. Like, inside it's clean. The workers are nice. The managers are really cool.
the workers are cool. I like the overnight workers. Those guys are cool.
I've never met them.
I only went there once to get like beer,
and
they were pretty chill. They didn't ID me, I think.
Well, why the fuck would they? You got a full grown beard going on.
I guess.
You look fucking 40 sometimes.
You look fucking cute sometimes.
Don't start that. Honestly, the manager over there at that store, I feel like I could hook you up with her.
I'm okay.
I mean, she's in your age range. She's like 30-ish. You know, I could set it up for
I'm
you.
okay.
I know you like him a little older.
I'm okay. Breaking news.
Oh, God.
House Republicans have voted to formally launch an impeachment inquiry into President Biden.
I don't know what to say about that. I know a lot of people say he's a bad president, and there's a lot of things he did during his presidency that are bad. But I haven't kept up enough of what he's actually doing and all the laws that he's actually... Well, not laws, but all of the acts that he's passed to know how bad he is as a president.
Well, dude, he's pushing 84.
Well, there's also that, yeah. But, like, do you know some of the ins and outs or the intricacies?
A little bit.
Enlighten me.
He canceled, like, I don't know how many billions of dollars in student debt, and that's what kind of took a dip in our economy.
Oh, I did hear about that, yeah.
And then he also...
He was also funding the Ukrainian effort, right?
Yeah, he sent like billions of dollars to the Ukrainian war. He's sending billions of dollars to the Palestinian war.
Yeah.
What else? He's always falling.
Whoa. Okay, we can't.
He shat himself during one of his speeches.
Did he really shit?
I don't know if it was true, but he ran off like if he shit himself.
He probably shit himself.
He probably should. He's 80, dude. Like,
I think at that point he's a little too old.
Yeah.
Like, I know you can't become president unless you're age 30.
8?
No,
37?
I think you age 30 flat. So you can't become a president until the age of 30.
No, it's 37, 38.
Fact check it real quick.
It's not 30. You can't be that young, dude.
I feel like there are some 30-year-olds who could be wise enough, especially if they've been in politics for the last...
The youngest one ever has been JFK.
How young was he?
37, I think.
Double check. Maybe it is 37.
How old do you...
Wait, do you still have
to be president of the United States? What?
Do you still have water in your fridge?
Not the liquid death.
Motherfucker, do you got any water?
Yeah.
Can I go grab one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right
35.
back.
You have to be at least 35.
Oh, okay. See, but okay. Wait, hold on. We'll get back to this.
Okay.
Carry the show. I'll be right back.
Okay. I learned something new this past week. I learned my ABCs. I don't know if you guys want to hear it. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now I know my Now I know my ABCs. Next time, would you sing with me?
Oh God, it's awful. Thank you.
What were we talking? Oh yeah, Biden. We were talking about Biden. I don't know what else he's done, but he's done more harm than good.
I can't. I'm not gonna pretend to have a stance on this because I didn't keep up with this presidency enough to like know the ins and outs of it and what good or bad he's done or hasn't done. You know, there's a lot of questionable things, but to his defense, somewhat, he did have to deal with some things that a lot of presidents probably wouldn't have had to deal with. You know, like just the coronavirus in general. You know, I don't think a president's had to deal with something like that since the 1900s.
He didn't really deal with it. It was more Trump that dealt with it.
Well, I always heard about him, like, you know, pushing the vaccine and mandating like the quarantine and all this other stuff. So I don't know how much of who did what.
So Trump was the one that put the whole nation into a state of emergency, and Biden was the one who kind of was closing out the pandemic. Ah,
okay.
So Trump, quote unquote, what started with it, and then Biden ended with it.
Oh yeah, because he took over in
in 22.
Was it 22? I'm pretty sure he took over in 2020.
Oh no, 21. My bad.
Yeah, he took over in 21.
He took over. he was inaugurated in 21, and that was when the whole Capitol attack or Capitol fucking
Then he also had to deal with like the Black Lives Matter protests, and then the coronavirus protests, and then he had to deal with a lot of shit during his presidency. So I'll give him some slack, especially since he's a lot older. And then there's 2 huge foreign conflicts that are going on towards the end of his presidency.
People also blaming him for that too,
which that's up to debate.
Yeah,
but then because of the interest in it, especially from our nation and other allied nations, and the threat it supposedly poses, he feels like he has to get involved, but he's not going to get directly involved because it's a foreign conflict. So then, like, there's a lot of little things like that plagued his entire presidency. So he hasn't had an easy go of it.
Yeah, but I hope he doesn't get reelected. That's all I want.
Oh no, I wouldn't want him.
I want Trump back. Actually,
I honestly,
he was just fun to watch. That's it.
He was fun to watch, but he didn't do anything that was extremely detrimental to the country. I know he did do the evacuation of a lot of illegal immigrants.
No, that was
or the deportation, I should say.
That was Biden mainly.
Was it Biden's camp that did that? Because I remember Trump signed off on it, and then there was a lot of people at school complaining about it, and they were like, they were gonna try to start a protest.
Oh, I remember that. That's true.
Yeah,
but no, I don't remember a lot of people getting deported when he was president. Probably people did.
Well, I mean, that's why got deported. It was through that, and then
okay.
I had friends whose family members were deported.
Okay.
And I don't know where to stand on that issue specifically, because like it's impacting our community. It's impacting people we know and people who we know's family. People we know's family. Yeah.
People that we know. People's family.
Yeah. How do we say that?
People's family.
It's impacting our community.
Yeah,
people we know, people we associate with, and the people they know. But it's also it was also a security risk, and it was a big contributor into a lot of issues that are plaguing America, and it was hard for our specific area to like come to terms with it, I guess. Because I don't know, like, do you look at it from a Mexican point of view or from an American point of view?
Well, I don't know. I feel like the border crisis is fucking more. It's worse now.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Border Patrol's got a hard time of it for the most part. But like,
because my landlord, she lives over by where you are, and she has her own land, and she just sees people in her backyard just crossing over.
What?
Yeah, they don't obviously like do anything to her property.
Yeah, but even
they're just
still.
walking by. So like, I'm pretty sure if you go hiking in your area, you're gonna see like a good grip of them.
Well, I've been hiking in the area plenty of times, but maybe she's in a slightly different part. Because if she owns her own land, she'd probably be further down.
No, she's I think before just more that way.
Probably, because I hiked all through that desert area before they started like building on top of it, and I went far one day. I got lost in that desert one day. Like I went an hour in deep by myself, and then I started like getting turned around. And then I was looking around, and you know how there's like the casino right there, and then like all the houses, like those were my markers. At one point, I had like dipped down into like a gorge or something. Like there was hills covering me. So when I looked around, all I saw was trees, and I was like, "Oh my god, where the fuck am I?" Because I couldn't see any buildings in the distance.
Why didn't you just follow your footsteps back?
Well, I mean, it's like loose sand, so there was some footprints, but there was also lots of like hard sand, and so like you couldn't follow your path back. It's very easy to get lost in the desert. People just underrate it. Underrate it.
I think I could find my way back.
I don't. You know what? I want to take you out there one of these days. We'll go walking for like an hour in one direction, right? Then we'll start taking a couple turns, trying to get lost, and then we'll see if you can find your way back.
Okay.
Because that was the same desert that you, me, and Tyler went driving in. And
then we got stuck, huh? Were you there for that? I don't think you were there for that.
We went driving there multiple times. The one I was referring to is when we were driving like in the evening, and then we passed this sign that says if you pass this sign, you will be shot because you're trespassing or something like that. And then Tyler got freaked out, and we started driving back.
No, then you weren't there for that. So it was a time with Tyler, me. It was for sure me, Tyler, Mike, and Bravo, and I think Alfred was there. I think we were just leaving your place too. So yeah, you were. I don't think you were there.
Was it at night?
Yeah.
I do remember that because I was with Frosty and we went. I don't know if I was with him. No, Frosty got stuck, and then we went to save Frosty.
No.
We were riding in the back of Bravo's truck, his little gray truck.
Yeah, a white truck.
Or white truck, and I was smoking black.
No. So you got it confused. So Tyler and Bravo were in his truck, and they only had 2 seats. So Mike and Alfred were in the bed, and you guys were behind us, but you guys were far off behind us.
I don't remember who was with who or why. I do remember the night vaguely. I remember people getting stuck.
And then I remember Tyler was driving Bravo's truck, and Tyler got it stuck. And I remember when we first got stuck, it was like in a crevice too. Like his right front wheel was angled. When we first hit it, I need Alfred in the face.
What?
Yeah, because we were sitting on the bed, and we didn't know that there was a crevice coming our way where we were gonna fall in. So I was sitting on like near where the fucking where you pulled down the bed the
I don't know what you're trying to say. You're doing a lot of hand motions. It looks like you're jerking off a ghost. The stick shift?
No. So you know how in the bed where the fucking door is at the tail, not the tailgate. Is it tailgate?
Yeah, that's the tailgate.
Yeah, I was leaning on the tailgate. Alfred was in front of me, leaning on the window. Mike was across from me, leaning on the other side of the window. I'm
pretty sure I was next to Mike. I remember sitting in the back of Bravo's truck smoking, and I'm pretty sure Frosty was there to help us. Like we had called him.
Yeah, but so since we crashed forward and down, I just remember flying towards Alfred and fucking kneed him in the face. Your fucking
knee just came all the way up?
Yeah.
Dude, I do not remember that.
I think you were with Frosty then in his truck.
No, there's no way. I mean, we lived semi-close to each other, but he wouldn't have came to pick me up and then go rescue you guys.
No, we were all together.
Yeah, I know.
We were exploring the desert, and I think we were probably going to your house, and Tyler's like, let me fucking drive the truck. And that's how we got stuck. So we had to call you guys back to pick us up.
How many times did we get stuck with Tyler in these situations?
I could count 5 times on
like, because there was also that night we got stuck in Casa Grande, which I'm sure we mentioned. The time we got stuck in the dirt.
That's 2. I remember when I was with Tyler. I think it was me and Tyler. Tyler and I were driving on the freeway, and then he fucking blew his tire out.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I was with you because then he pulled over. It was on we were going fucking west, I think, right?
No, we were going east.
East, sorry, we were going east. We pulled over to like the left, and you were like, Tyler, what do we do? And I was taking a sketch of the car because I had that sketch notebook at the time. Mm-hmm. So I pulled out my notebook and I was sketching it, and then I wrote down the date. And then in that same sketch notebook, I drew when we got stuck on the side of the freeway. Yeah. So Tyler and I Tyler got stuck, and I remember. Why do you keep erasing me from these memories?
Because I remember you in my memory. So Tyler pulled over and everything, and he was changing his tire, and then the sheriff pulled over behind us, and he was running Tyler's plate, and Tyler kind of got worried because his tags were expiring that same month. I just don't know what day.
What? I don't remember that.
And then he put on his little fucking donut tire, and the cop literally stopped traffic for us so we could get off and go on a normal street.
You're telling me like I wasn't there, but it's funny because I don't remember any of that last bit.
Uh-huh.
And it's like I'm hearing it for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't remember the cop.
I don't remember you there.
Our memory's all fucked up. Speaking of, Alfred is coming into town
on Friday.
Yeah. Well, I think he's already driving over.
Oh, he's driving? He's not flying?
I'm pretty sure he's driving because motherfucker sent me a text or a picture with him renting out a car, and he goes, "That was expensive."
Oh, that's what he sent me a picture too. But I'm like,
I was like, well, no shit, Sherlock, you're fucking renting a car. Shit's not cheap. How is he able to rent a car? You have to be 25.
In some states, it's different.
Oh, that's true. That's crazy to me though that like car rental places are one of the few places on the entire planet that realize you're not fully developed and mature enough to handle
What was it say?
low battery.
Oh.
You're not fully mature enough or developed enough to handle the responsibility of borrowing someone else's car.
It's behind the laptop.
I was trying to finish my point here.
Oh. Like they say, nothing fun happens after you turn 25. Because once you turn 25, you could rent a car. But I think you could also we're old enough to rent a U-Haul, just a truck.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing to look forward to after you're 25.
What?
And that's having to pay your own insurance at 26. Because you can stay on your parents' insurance, should they have any, up until the age of 26. Then they're not allowed to claim you anymore.
Oh, okay.
So I got 2 more years, baby.
I got 3. Well, 2.5. My birthday's right around the corner.
I put on deodorant. That's crazy.
Why'd you say it like that?
Shocked.
You're gonna listen back to the audio and be like, why the fuck did I say it like that?
I was just shocked. We didn't mention the news.
What news?
The news.
What news? No, we're doing it at the end.
Bitch, you said you wanted to do it in the beginning.
No, I said I want to do it at the end.
You said at the end.
At the end.
In the episode, right? When we talked about this.
Yeah.
And then when I asked you, you're like, so are we going to do it in the beginning? I was like, I thought you wanted to do it at the end. You're like, we could do it in the beginning.
No, I said let's do it at the end then.
We could do it at the end.
Let's do it at the end.
Okay, we'll do it at the end. Moving forward, you have topics?
Yeah, I do have topics. It was kind of correlating to
Oh, correlating. Whoa. Your vocabulary skills, man. Oh my God, hold on. You fucked me up with that. I don't even know how to tell you how proud I am now. Just give me a second. Wow. I'm starting to rub off on you. Go ahead. Continue.
If my stutter rubbed off on you, I'm pretty sure I could pick up some words from you.
Yeah. It just threw me off. You just used this so casually.
It was correlating to the whole political talk. There's this new movie gonna come out next summer. It's about
Argyle.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
It's made by A24 and it's called Civil War, and it's about a modern civil war and how Florida and Texas are seceding from the U.S. and it becomes a whole out war. So basically, do you think you can survive civil war here?
Before I answer that, I just want to say that A24 stole my idea because I had a story that I conceived of 8 years ago that involved an American Civil War, and it was divided between East and West, and it was mainly over resources and political ideals. But political ideals was like the biggest cause for it to initially start drifting, but then because of the economy and the resources running out, like our natural resources, we started fighting over that. And so I just want to throw that out there. I had the Civil War.
Yeah. But they're broken into 3 parts.
Yeah,
so the country's broken into 3 parts.
Well, there's more unique.
It's
whatever.
East, Middle, and then West.
I don't know.
That's hard. Well, it's because in one of the scenes of the trailer, they go to a gas station and the guys are like, "What kind of American are you?" And he says, and he pulls out a fucking M4 and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." Or he said something like that. So you don't know who you're gonna run into.
Yeah, there's that. That's the hardest part too. I think being able to be a chameleon and wear all the different shades of American at that point. But then why would you want to, right? And what if the conflicts literally just start coming to your home? You hear about things like gang violence or shootouts or whatever in the streets, and you can kind of compartmentalize it and be like, well, it's happening here, but it's not happening here. Right? You could kind of shove it aside. But then seeing it in person and being there, and then having that be like a daily routine, how would work go at that point?
If there's a civil war, I think there's no work. I think there's no economy.
Well, no, I mean, for the most part, people are still going to have to work.
No.
Think about it like this. Going back to all my studies here, I love my studies. There was a study that came out that said, I think 80% of all Americans that are employed by companies that are like part of the huge conglomerates. So like international companies
Oh,
and like
okay.
What the fuck is it? The Tech 500 company, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Most Americans are employed by like these big organizations like Walmart or like McDonald's or stuff. Nobody's working for like independent stores or mom and pop shops.
Right.
So, or local places, right? Or like an established chain in your town, something like EG's.
Right.
So, should there be a civil war, right? Most of these companies aren't going to give a shit. They're going to expect you to go to work.
No, but
I can't see a scenario where like, let's just take Walmart for an example, right? I can't see in a scenario where Walmart's like, everybody that's in the state of Washington, go ahead and take the week off. I know you're busy fighting your wars. They're going to be like, why aren't you clocking in? We're wasting billions of dollars on you guys.
Well, no, if there's a civil war, that there's no stock market, there's no fucking economy. It's just kind of
it's hard to
apocalypse at that point. Because people are going to be stealing left and right. They're going to be stealing guns, groceries. No one's going to give a shit. And I'm confident that the owners of Walmart live in the U.S., so they're going to have to be dealing with the whole Civil War too, depending of where they are in the country.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure what'll happen. Like, I couldn't imagine like the stock market shutting down, because there's also international companies that are in the stock market and like foreign companies that are in the stock market.
Well, that's why if there's a civil war in the U.S., it's gonna affect the whole world.
But again, I think it's hard to say for sure what'll happen, just because the only time we've ever experienced that was back in an age where none of that mattered.
No, they existed. I know it's 200 years ago, but that's why this guy made the movie.
That's interesting.
And they're gonna explain the whole thing, so we just have to wait until April. I think it comes out.
Let's theorize here. Let's ruin the movie for everyone before it comes out.
Hold on, my mom's calling.
Okay, ad break. Motherfucker.
Bueno.
And we're back.
What I think is gonna happen is it's gonna be their own governments. I feel like it's probably gonna be like 5 years in already, and we're gonna see how they built their own system on each side, on each three sides.
See, the thing is though, the government itself wouldn't allow that, right? Like the government that.
Wait, should I show you the trailer just so you could get
No, I'd rather theorize without it. Oh, God. So, the site that has Washington, similar to like the Union during the Civil War, the site that has Washington on it and Congress and the president, they're not just going to let whatever rebellion is going on slide. So, it's not like it's ever going to get to a point where they can just start setting up their own systems. And because most of the states, regardless of who's quote unquote holding the territory at the moment, will still have to report to Washington, or Washington will be expecting them to report back, right? The Congress and the president are going to be expecting.
Well, no, they can't do that. If Texas says we're no longer part of the U.S., they're their own country. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
They technically can't though, because it's part of the United States. So then the United States would just go and claim it again. So that's the issue. Let's just say all of the Western states are like, we're not going to be part of you guys no more. We're going to create our own thing. It's going to create a war, and they're going to have to win the war or get the United States to concede for them to become their own country.
That's why it's called Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. So it's not like they're just going to get to a place of prosperity and have all these systems.
Well, no, if they could keep the U.S., like let's use your example. All the West states say we're no longer part of you guys.
Yeah.
We got Texas. We got California. You guys have Florida and Alabama. Whatever.
Yeah, you guys can keep Alabama. We're good on that.
And there's a war at the borderlines, and the West are holding them. They're gonna have enough time to build their own system and their own government.
Shaky one.
No, okay. Let's look at South Korea and North Korea.
I'm looking at it more as like the intricacies of it, right? And the only reason South Korea and North Korea ever got to that point was because of U.S. intervention and them like stepping in to separate them and get them to sign a treaty that they were their own countries, right? And like separate, so North Korea is all communist and then South Korea is all democratic.
Right.
Or capitalist, I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't matter. So we would be a rebellious state and the US would be trying to conquer us. And in that kind of situation, they'll start setting up things and they'll start expecting us to pay taxes. But okay, like that's one thing, taxes, right? Let's just say whatever government pops up that is trying to take over the West, let's just call them Albanians. The Albanians are like, hey, you have to start paying us tax or we're going to destroy your house or whatever. This is our state now. Like, it's so intricate. Like, are we going to have to start paying them tax? And then is the United States going to, like, get upset with us and fine us?
Like I said, if there's a civil war, I don't think there's a government. There's a government, but it's whatever side the government's on. So, like, if it's East versus West, the East has a government while the West has their own form of government.
I think it would turn into, like, an outlaw situation. Like, it's hard to say exactly what would happen because I'm thinking back to, like, the Black Lives Matter protests and what was going on then in regards to, like, work, right? Like, what city is it? I think it's San Diego. No, San Francisco is getting like extremely bad to the point where like most stores are getting broken into every single day by like homeless people and robbers and gang members and all these other things, right? To the point where they're like shutting down stores and all across the nation, but mainly in like San Francisco, Chicago, and I think Philadelphia. New York because of like crime rates and stuff like that, right? So I'm taking like a real world perspective. If everybody's looting and shooting up the stores, like these companies aren't going to stay, right? But up until it gets to a point where they need to shut down that store, they're still going to expect all the workers to come in, just like they were expecting all the workers who are dealing with it in all these cities to come in.
Yeah, but that's the Black Lives Matter movement is different from a fucking war.
No, yeah, but I'm thinking about the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm thinking about the fentanyl junkies that are breaking into the stores nowadays. I'm thinking about
that's two different things.
The Washington protests, like it's all similar though. It's like rise of crime and rebellion and outlaw tendencies mixed in with like corporate standards. So like it's hard to picture how these two worlds would clash and then how we would go about life at that point. I would expect that for most people, they would still be expected to clock into work. And then even local companies, for the most part, would be like, well, yeah, go in. And then if things start getting crazy, you can go home.
No.
It wouldn't be until it gets to a state of emergency.
No, it's a war, dude. There's people dying on the borderlines.
Yeah, but
at any point, you could get dragged into that. So why are you gonna go to work and be expected to get dragged into the war?
But that's what happens with most of the countries. Like when a country's at war, they don't just shut the country down because it would ruin the economy and everybody would go fucking homeless. There's still lots of people that have to work. Like,
okay, let's look at the Russia and Ukraine war. Do you think there's people clocking in Ukraine?
I'm sure there's some.
No, they evacuated. No, they evacuated the women and the children. The men are the only ones fighting right now.
Yeah, but I don't know how much. I don't know what part of it. I don't know if it was a section of it, but in most conflicts, there's a lot of people that have to stay behind to like uphold the society. In that specific instance, I'm pretty sure you're right. They evacuated everybody from the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't anybody to stay behind. But okay, we're having a war on the border down the center of America. Right. Most of the conflict is there. It's starting to reach out into the other parts. But like, how is that affecting, the people out in Yuma? They're still probably going to have to clock into work and there's going to be like more aggression towards them.
No, I think people are just going to want to take an apocalyptic stance and form little communities and then only work for them. They're going to grow their own livestock. They're going to get their own cows and shit. They're going to get their own produce. There's not going to be a work to go to. There's going to be work, obviously. They're going to be the ones doing the agriculture, right?
Yeah, agriculture.
They're gonna be the ones agriculturing the
Agriculture.
that's not a word,
Just
but
farming.
yeah, they're gonna be farming. That's it. There's not gonna be a Walgreens they have to go clock into.
Well, I think that's actually probably correct. Like if that was happening,
yeah,
even if it wasn't affecting them and their communities, they would just start dropping out of their jobs and preparing for the worst.
Yeah, they're gonna
But assuming that's the case, right?
Right.
Let's explore this a little
Right.
bit. I hit my nose on the mic. So people start doing that.
Mhm.
But then, you know, the state is still expecting you to pay like property tax on your home, and then the company that owns your home is still expecting you to pay. The electric company is still expecting you to pay.
Right.
So how are you going to be able to maintain that?
I don't think that's a point. If we're in war, there's not gonna be any electricity.
You think that
Or actually,
electric-
okay, maybe there will be. Okay,
so those people are still clocking into work.
no,
right.
because it could be ran by computers.
For the most part, it's not. I mean, my mom works with the electric company.
Right.
I won't go into that, but she works with the electric company, and for the most part, they have computers that help with a lot of things, but it's not manually.
Okay,
done by
okay, then it's
computers.
gonna be like, let's say the president. Oh, he's the one who is in charge of the electric company, the gas company, and the water company. He's like, all right, Arizona's now with this, bam, let's cut off all water, electricity, and gas to them.
Well, all of the water, electricity, and gas are local companies
Oh, then it's
within here, but I doubt that they would just stop clocking into work.
no,
Because it impacts them too. So like, let's just say like all the electric people are like, war is coming. They don't clock in now. Nobody's got fucking power,
right.
except for maybe people that have solar power. But like, if it's at all connected to the electric company, they could just shut that down whenever they shut down everything.
Okay. Let's use this as an example, right?
Yeah.
There's a zombie outbreak in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Do you is Monster expecting you to clock in the next day, even though there's a zombie outbreak slowly going to Tucson?
Yeah, I would expect them to.
No, they're gonna be like, dude, there's the end of the fucking world.
That's what, okay, look at COVID, right? When COVID was happening and the first cases were popping up, people were like still going to work for months at that point. They didn't start shutting down and making everybody stay home up until like the first virus had, or the first positive person, the first positive person tested positive like 4 months ago. Like they were 4 months behind the trend.
That's what. Okay.
I would expect something similar to happen if there was like a war and it was starting like on the East Coast, or even if it was in like the Midland, right? I would expect that they're gonna tell everybody to keep going to work up until it gets to a point where it starts affecting them personally, and then they're like, okay, stay home.
No,
COVID and everything that was happening around that time with like the protests and all the riots that were going on, and especially all the crime that's been going on since, kind of painted a picture for me in my mind that most of these companies will hold on until they can't hold on no more. That just seems like a corporate thing for them to do. They're going to be like, well, are there any zombies in Tucson? And I'll be like, no, not yet. Where was the closest zombie? Probably like Michigan. Okay, go clock in.
no, but all these corporate people, where do they live? Here.
Not all of them. With most corporate companies, like, yeah, you got some people that are in your hometown or your home
No,
state.
I'm talking about the U.S. They live.
Yeah,
in,
they live in the U.S.
and if they hear that fucking Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, all those fucking states are seceding from the U.S., I think they're gonna have to like kind of.
They would probably have a meeting about it for sure.
They're gonna be treating it like an international territory. Just like, let's say with Coke. Coke is mainly based here in the U.S., right? But
no, that's super international.
Okay, fine. What's an American company? Monster?
No, that's international too. Wait, fun fact. Did you know that it's easier to find a bottle of Coke in countries that don't even have superstores than it is to find a church? There are more Cokes in the world than there are churches. And there are more Coke vendors in the world than there are churches.
Yeah, that makes sense. That That's not a fun fact.
You can go into Africa and see starving children that haven't eaten in weeks holding a bottle of Coke, and you won't find a single church in the entire fucking town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's weird to me.
Why?
Because they won.
There's more bottles than fucking churches, Devin.
I mean, just like the vending machines, the stores that sell it, the amount of people that know this brand, it's so widespread. So
Are you sure it's not U.S.?
No. I mean, it started in the U.S. way back in the 1800s, but it's not just U.S.
No, but it's an American company, right?
Yeah, but even Coke... Wait, hold on.
Dude,
even Coke is split into divisions all throughout the United States.
What I'm trying to say, Devin, is Coke is based in the U.S., right? Mm-hmm. And they sell Coke products here in Arizona.
Yeah.
So if Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona say, hey, we're not with the U.S. anymore, they're going to be treating those three states as as a country.
That's even if they acknowledge them saying, hey, we're not part of this.
They're going to have to. They
don't have to.
Yes, they do. Because
I'm pretty sure they talked about this and joked about this on Family Guy, but anybody, any group of people, any territory can claim themselves as independent. But then they have to go up against the United States. Like, I'm sure you saw that Family Guy episode where Peter pretends that he's his own country.
That's why I want to show you the fucking trailer so you could get an idea and we could have...
But even then, they might not have all the facts. And then if we see the trailer, we're just going to go based off the trailer. This is speculation, my friend.
No, you're like, let's theorize how the movie's going to be.
Yeah, theorize. We're theorizing.
And we're going too much deep into the real world. We have to remember the fucking movie.
Yeah, but even still, they're going to explain how all this happens. So I want to see all of this in the actual movie. I want to see them explore these topics because these are the rational trains of thought people are going to be taking. If there's a fucking civil war, do I clock into work on Monday?
No, you don't.
What if the company wants you to?
What are they going to do? Fire me? Dude, there's a fucking war in my backyard.
Okay, they fire you, right?
Right.
They fire you from your job. They're like, hey, you haven't fucking clocked in a week. There's a war. Who gives a shit? We expect you at your job. Fuck you. I'm not going in. And then let's just say 5 months later, the war dies down. Now you're out of a job.
Well, what am I going to be paying? Am I going to be paying taxes?
Like I said, no, it's not like the electric company's just going to fucking clock out and leave everybody without power. So the entire time they're still operating, they're going to expect you to pay for that shit unless they announce that it's going to be free for the time being.
They probably are. They're probably going to be like, okay, only these workers are going to be the ones that are clocking into work.
Like with COVID, mandatory workers, like the EMTs, policemen, electric people.
They're going to be the only ones actually working. But even like the policemen, what law are they gonna be? What's the word? Are they gonna be
following?
No, are they gonna be
enforcing?
Enforcing, yeah. What law?
The law. I mean, what if the police don't agree with the rebellion that's going on? Then they would just go based off of whatever they knew.
That's what I'm saying. This one of the characters. They go to the gas station. The worker asks him, "What kind of American are you?" He says. And he says, "Get the fuck out of here." It's probably going to be the same thing.
That's a very, very complicated subject. Mm-hmm. Would you still have to clock in if you're a plumber?
No. Like I said,
what if somebody drops a fat one and their toilet is clogged? It's like a dry shit, but it's like sticky, so it like grabbed onto the fucking They're
gonna have to learn whatever they're doing in Mexico right now.
What if there's one brave plumber who puts the ad out and he goes, "Have plunger, will travel. Text me your address," right? And in the middle of the battlefield, he's traveling to people's homes and fixing their fucking toilets. That should be a movie right there. Why don't you make that a movie? The brave plumber.
Why don't you make it into a book? It's your idea.
It'd be funnier as a movie. Star Will Ferrell. That would be fucking hilarious.
They have a similar idea to that.
Oh yeah.
It's called The Greatest Beer Run in History. Is that gonna pick up?
I'm wondering if that's my car, but it sounds like it's over there.
Yeah, I hear him over there.
Look out the window real quick.
Oh, see, it's
okay. Can't trust it. That AMPM's down the road, man.
There's a movie called The Greatest Beer Run in History, and it's about a guy doing a beer run in the Vietnam War.
All right, that's pretty cool. I still think the brave plumber would be.
It has Zac Efron, but yeah, if there's a civil war, there's gonna be a lot of small communities self-sustaining themselves. They're not going to be relying on the government because there's no government where they live. Unless you live on the east side, then there is a government.
Or what if the rebellion breaks out on the east side? I mean, the thing is,
What I'm trying to say is that no, you're not gonna clock into work.
well, the thing is, like, if there was a rebellion, they're going up against the entirety of the United States. And even though Family Guy was making it a joke, I could imagine, let's just say Texas is like, we're seceding from the United States, we're going to be our own thing. They have to like earn the right to be their own thing, and the United States has to sign off on it since they own the territory. So what do you think they're going to do? You think the United States is just going to be like, all right, Texas, have fun. We'll just lose the billions of dollars that we get from you and your land and your territory and the taxes.
That's what
yeah, they're gonna fight. It's gonna be a war,
right?
But they're gonna fucking send everything they have over there, and they're gonna threaten everybody in that goddamn state. They're not gonna get away scot-free. It won't even be a war. It'll be a massacre. There's nothing that local Texans have in their disposal aside from ARs that will be able to fight the U.S. military, and even all of the military shit that they have in Texas. Like, let's just say the bases, right?
Right.
That's enemies inside your base already. They're inside your territory. They're going to be fighting outwards.
One thing I forgot to mention is that the military even turns their back on the government. So that's why there's a civil war. Because let's say half of the military decides to come to the west, while the other half stays in the east.
It would just be like Fallout New Vegas at that point.
That's what I'm saying. They're obviously not going to be launching nukes at each other. That's stupid.
No.
But let's say that half of the U.S. Army comes to the west, half of the Army goes to the east, half of the Marines come over here, half of the Marines go over there, half of the Navy comes over here. It's going to be like that's one thing I forgot to mention in the trailer. That they mentioned something about the U.S. military even turning their back on the Constitution or something like that. It's not going to be average Joes at the border. It's going to be U.S. Army guys at the border.
Even still, I mean, it could be a handful of states and versus the entire U.S. military.
Well, no, it's in the trailer they explain it. It's, let's say, California, Arizona, New Mexico versus the Midlands versus the East Coast.
My money's on the West Coast, personally.
And my money's on the Midlands. Because they have Texas and they have Oklahoma.
Yeah, but we got some of the largest, bases, like military bases on the West Coast.
But they also have Florida.
Fuck, they do got Florida.
And Alabama. I don't know if Alabama's a Midland state though.
I think that's Midland. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. So the East has Chicago, Florida, New York. The Midlands have Texas, Alabama.
It's like Midwest, yeah.
Texas, Alabama. The West has California and Arizona. And the Mormons. That's it.
Fucking Mormons, man. God damn it.
But yeah, if tomorrow
okay, tonight news breaks out,
yeah.
There's a civil war going on, right?
Right.
The first thing I'm doing is I'm calling my boss and I'll be like, "Hey, so do I clock in tomorrow?" And knowing my boss, he'll probably be like, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, is there fighting going on in your city? I mean, there's some riots. Is it on your route? No. Why are we even talking about this?
No, I think if tonight they're like, all right, Governor Abbott has said that he's seceding from the U.S., I feel like people are going to be like, okay. And then next week, that's when people will stop going to work.
I don't know. I mean.
Or like, whatever. Like.
Yeah. It's just hard to picture just all these companies being like, you know what, take time off, go fight the good fight, whatever.
Well, like I said, if
because even if we're taking time off, right? One, there's always the having to pay electric, water, all that shit, having to buy and gather resources, and then like, what are you gonna do? Just chill out at home?
What you think is people are gonna be civilized and actually pay shit and actually fucking wanna. Get electric. They're gonna.
But you're also assuming that everyone's just gonna go fucking savage.
Not immediately. It's gonna probably be like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you're gonna look over at your Walmart. You're gonna see fucking Nana stealing bread.
Yeah, I can't. Like, what are we supposed to do? We're just gonna hunker down at home.
Yes, that
most of the United States has had the Disneyfication. Meaning, most of the United States are just now all suburbia. It's suburbia fucking everywhere. It's either suburbia or we're all living on the same fucking block in an apartment building. There's no reality where there's a civil war and you just get to hunker down in your home and then be safe, even if you got a gun. It'll be like the purge every day if like that's the case. Because let's just say like most people that are living in a suburban neighborhood, there's like 6 houses on your fucking street alone.
Right.
At some point, one random asshole is just going to start breaking into everybody's houses, stealing their supplies, killing people, whatever it is. If it's a war, if we're going savage. So even if you're not going to work and you're staying at home, what's the fucking point? At that point, it was just be evacuate everybody. But then, where are we going to go?
Exactly. Like, I want you to see the fucking trailer so you can have an idea of what's going to be.
No, this is funner to me. I like the speculation.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But if we're going based off only the movie, then none of this would occur. None of this whole.
I want to see them explore these things, or there's no point in them making the movie at all. If it's just gonna be a bunch of politics and a bunch of people in a fucking courtroom yelling at each other, or people at the United Nations yelling at each other, don't even fucking show me. I want to see the real world effects, like that scene you were talking about where he walks in a gas station. That sounds interesting. How is the ripple effects gonna be? How is it going to affect everyday people?
Either way, you're going to have to watch the movie so you can find out.
I know. Like, okay, what about the homeless people? What's going to happen to them?
I don't think they care. What are they going to... They're still going to be fucking being homeless. They're just getting...
What if they, like, start a recruitment program and then anybody can join, like, the rebellion army or whatever, right? And then the homeless people join and they get fed and trained or whatever, and now they have all these, like, backup reserves. Like, there's a lot of things that go into that. Considering our current state of the world,
you thought too much into it. It's not that deep, Devin.
We should write a movie about this.
There's already a movie being made.
We can make a better one.
I don't know. It kind of worries me that we finally got a Civil War movie after all these years.
Yeah, I mean, considering America's track history, as soon as we see a movie that we like, we start trying to replicate it. Yeah. So, like, when the purge happened, people were purging. Yeah. So, like, what? This is gonna spark somebody's interest.
Yeah,
here.
But I think not even. I feel like probably like 3 years ago that Texas tried to secede from the U.S. No, it was California that tried seceding from the U.S.
You know what? Let California go. We're better off without them. Yeah, they have a huge port that we get a lot of fucking money from, but like we could set up ports elsewhere. We could set up new trades elsewhere. What is California bringing to the table aside from good music and occasionally good movies?
Money.
We could get rid of California. We'll make a new Hollywood somewhere else.
What state would you get rid of?
Connecticut.
Why?
Just fucking hate Connecticut.
Why?
We're working at Nike. I talked to a lot of people from Connecticut, and I didn't like a single one. Everybody there sucks. Oh, you know what? Florida. I'd get rid of Florida.
A lot of people said either Florida or New York.
No, New York's like a staple. We could afford to get rid of Florida.
Yeah, I was thinking Florida. If not, fucking, I don't know, like a random
maybe California. I could see California going bye. Like we could just cut it off with a giant laser and then push it out to the
I could see Arizona not being a part of the U.S. anymore.
No, Arizona's too fundamental to the United States.
How?
What do you mean how? You know how much history is here in this state alone? Do you know how integral we were to building the foundations of fucking California and making it what it was? Do you know the amount of Americans that died on this ground to establish the place that we have here? We have one of the largest universities in the world that's been around for like 200 years. There's no way they'd get rid of us. California, though. California can get the boot. I'm going to make a petition that we cut California off with the giant laser and then just push it out to the ocean. No. Let it be its own thing. Let's see how well they can do.
Well, it's going to be a ocean in like 10 years, so...
Is it that soon? I had heard that California was going to be flooded.
Yeah, I'm assuming like 10 years. 15 tops.
Are you assuming, or is like, did you see a video on this?
I'm assuming.
So was this like a short topic that you had brought up?
The Civil War?
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected it to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Because I would have asked you, Devin, do you think it's fight a Civil War? And like, yeah, I think so, this, that, and the other. And then you're going to be like, what about you? I'm like, I don't know, because this, that, and the other. And then we're going to go on to the next one.
Dude, we've been going at it for like 40 minutes with just the Civil War shit.
Holy shit. What time are we at?
We're at 122. But that's recording. Editing might be different. Fuck, this water's good.
Okay. A funner one. A more like.
Wait. Let me bring one up. Okay, this is a complete bullshit topic.
Okay.
But I recently discovered that in my past life, I was a cowboy. Which is ironic, because I should have brought this up when we were talking about fucking cowboys. But I had an epiphany the other day, right? Well, not the other day. It was a little while ago while I was in Tombstone. Because I've always been fascinated by cowboys, and I've always loved the desert and the West and the spirit of the West. And just like when you're in this environment, like you can just feel whether you belong here or you don't, right? And every time I see the plains of Arizona and I see the desert stretching out, I'm just like, like it's so beautiful. Like my favorite place in the world that I've never been to is Monument Valley. I need to see that before I die. And I was telling... We've discussed this already. It's at the border of Mexico. It's at the border of Arizona and Nevada. And it's this. Just look it up. Monument Valley. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. It's in all the
Four Corners?
No.
Oh.
It's relatively close to the Four Corners, though. I think it's like an hour and a half away. Something like that. Don't quote me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Most beautiful place on earth, in my opinion. I need to go there. I need to see it. So I realized... I don't know how, but I realized that I was a cowboy in my past life. And I've been berating my family with fun cowboy facts that people didn't know. Like, for example, did you know that cowboys loved Grand Theft Auto? Not the game. They love committing Grand Theft Auto.
What kind of car would they steal?
Carriage.
Oh, that makes sense. Because a lot of the missions in Red Dead are based off stealing fucking stagecoaches. Yeah,
they're stealing carriages and stagecoaches. And before any of you are like, well, that's not a car, it's a carriage, think about it like this. It's a box with 4 wheels that's powered by horsepower. It's a fucking car, all right? They were the first ones to start exploding cars and doing Grand Theft Auto. On top of that, did you know that cowboys loved pasta?
Devin, I dare you to go work at a ranch for a year and then tell me if you're a cowboy.
I would go work at a ranch for a year. Don't you fucking doubt me.
Go.
I like Monster though. If I could take like a year off and go work at a ranch, I would do it fucking tomorrow. I know what you're trying to say. Is like I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I don't think you'll be able to handle it.
Why don't you think I'd be able to handle it?
Because you're too much of a city boy, that's why.
City boy, eh?
Yeah.
Have you ever wiped your ass with a fucking rock?
No.
You haven't lived. I've never done it either, but I did use a leaf once.
I used baby wipes.
You use baby wipes on a daily basis, and you're telling me I'm a city boy. There's no way you'd be able to handle it.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be a cowboy. I don't want to work at a ranch.
I was a cowboy.
And
cowboys love spaghetti. They love pasta. True cowboys.
Devin, that was too much of a bullshit topic.
Spaghetti westerns.
Do you think you could complete the whole American Ninja Warrior obstacle course
without training, or like as I am now?
Well, let's do both.
Okay, with training, obviously. As I am now, I could probably do better than I'm expecting to do, because I'm pretty fit. Because
people who even train don't even complete it.
Yeah, but with training, I could complete it. There's no good way to say this without sounding fucking dorky. But I used to do parkour, and I took parkour classes for a couple of months as a kid.
Devin.
I know.
No,
but they had a lot of like obstacles set up like that. So one of the things that they had were, have you ever seen those hanging loops that gymnasts use?
Yeah.
They had those, and they had me get on because they wanted me to see what I could do. So they just had me run around the place. And the very first day, I got on there, and they're like, can you do like dips on it? And I started doing dips, and they're all, well, like, just have fun with it. And so then like I started holding myself upside down completely straight, like this like upside down, and they were impressed by that, and they had me run through the course. And there was only one other kid there who beat me, and he had been doing parkour like his entire life. He was able to like move his body in a way I couldn't, but I was keeping up with him as the day one student, and I went there a couple more times. I enjoyed it, and so if I dedicated myself and I trained, I could do it, hands down.
There's never been an American to beat the whole obstacle course.
I guess I gotta sign up. Sign up.
Maybe it changed because it's been a while since I've seen that show. But when I was watching the show, there was never an American to.
Let's do it.
I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it?
I know I can't do it.
You're telling yourself you can't do it. You gotta have some positive. Didn't we talk about this last episode? I want you to die, and then your epitaph, I want it to read like a podcaster. Can I say security guard?
Devin, I
podcaster, security guard, American Ninja Warrior champion, boxing champion, professional scuba diver, goldfish kisser.
Devin, I will haunt you if you put that shit on my grave. Because on my grave, I want it to say unknown.
You're not cool. I'm gonna put Eddie.
No, that
Vasquez.
is cool. I know Rob is like, damn, that was fucking cool.
No, Rob. I know Rob's not saying that.
No,
By
Rob,
the way, me and Rob found an abandoned building that me and Rob are gonna explore
when
sometime soon. I have 2 4-day weekends coming up. Alfred's coming into town, and I feel like Alfred's the perfect person to take with us on this. The downside is it's about an hour and 20 minutes away.
That way?
That way, yeah. It's going up north to Phoenix.
Then it's that way.
That way, yeah. I don't know which way is which in your room. Anyways, there's an abandoned...
You got fucking lost in the desert. You don't know your fucking south, northwest, south.
No, your room is different. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I'm staring out your window, and I always think that's north.
No, that's east. Oh, that's west.
Anyways, it's like an hour, 15 minutes from here. There's an abandoned strip mall on the side of the freeway that's completely overgrown with grass.
God, Devin, you're an idiot.
And me and Rob are gonna
Devin, you're a fucking idiot.
What?
You're gonna get caught.
How?
Because everybody who drives by that same exact strip mall is gonna be like, "Oh, let's explore it."
Out of all the times I've driven by it over the last year, which is like maybe 8 or 9 times, there's not once been a single car that pulled into it. There's not once been a single car that was in the lot itself.
No one's gonna pull into the lot.
Exactly. So why the fuck are they gonna be exploring it?
Someone's gonna park 2 miles away.
Oh, we're gonna park behind it
and walk it and walk it. So no one. Gonna be it's not gonna be conspicuous enough.
Well, we're gonna explore it anyways. I mean, there's a chance of us getting caught no matter where we fucking go. We could go into central Tucson, or we could go all the way to fucking buttfuck nowhere.
But you're bad at planning these things.
We're just gonna do it, man. That's the point of life. We're just gonna go in there and make some memories. I mean,
is that what you're gonna tell the cops?
Yeah. They'll be like, "What are you doing here?" Well,
making memories. Get the fuck in the car.
No, they'll be like, "Get the fuck out of here before we find you." All right, have a good day, officer. But I'll be like, I'm making memories. You know, as a boy, I would see a tree off in the distance, and I knew that tree needed to be climbed,
Devin,
officer.
We both know you're not gonna talk to him like that. You're gonna be so scared. You're gonna be shitting your pants. You're gonna be pissing your pants.
No,
you're not gonna be that cool.
How many times have you talked to the cops in your life?
A few times.
I've talked to the cops, I want to say at least 10 to 12 times.
Because cops are one of those people you cannot talk to like you're their friend.
I do.
You can't.
I have.
You can't.
I have, and I have the confidence to do it again.
Because if you could just run into one bad cop and be like, "Get the fuck in my car," you're going to jail.
Okay. I'll take the charge. Trespassing charge isn't as bad as fucking shooting somebody in the head. I'll take that. I don't give a fuck. My thing is, I want to die living the life I wanted to live. And that fucking building in the middle of the desert, overgrown with grass, is just dying to be explored. So we're going to scope out the area, see if they have any sensors. Everything's all boarded up. It's all overgrown with grass. I doubt they have any fucking, motion sensors or alarms in there. But who knows? We're going to scout it.
It's going to just be the mole people living there.
Yeah, and then if we get to meet a mole person, take a fucking picture with it.
No, they're going to kill you.
One of my biggest regrets recently, right, was I was on my way to work one day. I was going out to the Sticks, and I was running a little late, and I was really mindful of it because I can't clock in until I get to my first store. Technically, I could if I stopped at another one, but I didn't do that. I was running late. I wanted to get out at a specific time, so I was trying to rush. And I saw a fucking cow in the middle of the road. Just a full-grown cow just fucking chilling in the middle of the road. And there was no cars around in either direction. And I wanted to stop so bad to take a selfie with this fucking cow on my way to work. That would have been the coolest picture in my fucking life. I still think about it sometimes.
What were we gonna capture? Caption it.
I wasn't. I was gonna post it on my story at 6:30 a.m. and just let people fucking speculate. That would have been so sick. Like it's like, oh, Devin posted a story. I guess I'll check it. They click it, and it's just me with the cow. And then they check the time, and it was like 6 hours ago.
Or you could have captioned it or whatever. No, me and my move thing.
No. Maybe that's actually clever. I'll give you that one. My mood thing. That's pretty good. I still think about that though, and I don't want those instances to haunt me for the rest of my life. As stupid as that is, imagine having that selfie on your phone and the story behind it. Well, I was driving to work one day and there was a fucking cow on the road, so I decided to pull over and take a picture with the goddamn cow. It's just fun. So yeah, there's a risk we could get caught and arrested or charged or whatever the fuck. But there's also a chance that with me and Rob together, just a bunch of dumbasses, we could talk our way out of it if we get caught. I want to go out there and have the memory.
They're gonna arrest you guys alone for looking weird. They're gonna think Rob is an alien. They're gonna think you're a fucking leprechaun. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta show the boys back at the station what the fuck we found."
Guys, we found a fucking leprechaun that looks like Harry Potter, and we found a fucking alien that looks like Black Slenderman. We'll be all, hi. But if that's the case, we're getting out scot-free. We'll take a couple pictures, sign some autographs, and we're out of there, bro. Easy. That's fun to me. Imagine having those stories. And then I could come on here and tell you about how we got dragged to the police station, took selfies because everyone thought we were out of this world. That would be fucking hilarious. You want to come with us?
No, I'm okay. I work.
No, you don't. You don't even know when we're going.
I know where you're going.
When?
January.
Nope, we're going before then. Bitch, come on, you're coming with us.
No, I'm not.
Please.
No.
Make some memories.
Dude, I'll make memories for myself.
Your memories suck. Come with us.
No, your memories suck.
My memories do suck. If I got that fucking cow picture, man, it haunts me. It haunts me to this day.
What time are we at?
1:35. I'm hoping to God that one of these days when I'm going back out there that I see the fucking cow again, because I'm gonna stop. Like, did you know Wilcox is full of cows?
Yeah, isn't it like a farm?
I have no idea. I don't know nothing about Wilcox, but my dad, he has to go over there a lot for work, and he says that there's more cows in that town than people.
Huh.
He says that it's overrun by cows. That he goes, it's fucking nuts. Like, you're driving and the cows are just walking in the street like they own the place.
Gonna have a field day there.
Texas, don't go there. I wanna go see the cows.
Wait, if you went to Tombstone, did you stop off at Bisbee?
No, we didn't get a chance. That day, when I was out in that direction, we were doing a lot of work and I was with a lot of the corporate people, but we stopped in Tombstone and then we were all driving by like where the OK Corral is, and the whole street is paved with dirt. And as we were driving by, we saw all of the cowboys walking down the street about to do a shoot off in the middle of the street. And I wanted to stay so bad to watch it, and they wouldn't let me. We could fucking see Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday walking down, and I was like, oh my God, please let me stay. I need to see this. And we had to go fucking build displays. And what did they do? They bought me a monster. It was a good monster, but fuck, man, I missed the fucking shootout.
We still gotta go to Bisbee.
We do have to go to Bisbee. You want to go this weekend?
No, I work.
Dude, come on. You're always working.
Yeah.
I worked today. Came here and now I'm working again.
There's no civil war going on in my backyard, so I have to go again.
Oh, come on. Let's go do something. We haven't done something in a while. Something like that. Let's just go to Bisbee. We'll walk the town, see the sights, try to find some cows, stop off at Tombstone.
There's only potheads there.
Let's take a picture with the random pothead.
I don't know. I feel like that's partially racist. They're partially racist.
So, just act white. That's what I do. Whenever I meet somebody who's old and racist, I act white as shit. And by the end of it, they're shaking my hand and saying, "Have a good day, sir." And I'm all, "You too, sir." It's a coping mechanism. That's how I live this long.
You are a sad little boy.
I met this really nice old man today. I don't know if he was racist. or not.
Devin, he didn't ask. I didn't ask. What I am asking is if you want to do your theory.
What there? No, I told you I need to prepare.
I thought you meant like prepare. When you meant prepare, I thought you meant like.
If you want me to do the theory, we'll have to pause and then I'll have to go collect my notes.
No, never mind.
I was thinking to put the theory out as a mission log, as like a bonus little thing for them, or just adding it at the end of this episode, like cutting it in somewhere. I don't know. I'm probably gonna do it as a mission log because it's a huge fucking theory.
Oh.
And it just kind of explains a lot of things, but it goes into like the Younger Dryas period of our what the fuck?
Who's calling you?
My ass was vibrating. Hold on, we'll be right back. Hello? I'm talking to a crackhead outside 7-Eleven.
Oh, I said hi. That was a cute burp. That was such a cute
It
burp.
didn't come out all the way. This part 2 that's like debating
What were we talking about?
cows.
No, we're not. We were talking about Bisbee.
What's one animal you want to take a selfie? Oh, we're back. What's one animal you want to take a selfie with?
A koala, because it meets all the qualifications. Oh man, probably like a giraffe or something.
I don't care no more. I shouldn't have asked you. That was my fault. I should have known. You wouldn't care.
Oh man, I'm tearing up. That was a good one. What's the hardest drug you'll do?
LSD.
LSD.
What about you?
Probably like mushrooms.
You would take mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can get us the hookup.
But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna fucking do it.
Well, I mean, you can't just say I would take mushrooms and then not back it up.
I'm not gonna do it.
I have a trip sitter. I got a plug, and I can get us a date. Like we could schedule this. We'll just
No. Oh, that reminds me.
What?
There were these guys who lived in New York, right?
Yeah.
And they had the idea to do mushrooms, so they planned out the whole day. They called off of work and everything. They planned out the whole day. And the day they took them, and it was finally kicking in. 9/11 happened, and they said that when they heard the crash, they went out to the not the lawn, the rooftop. And they said that when they saw the smoke, they saw it all purple. They saw faces in the smoke. They saw that the smoke was changing colors. The sky was changing colors.
Let's do mushrooms and then see if the Civil War starts right after that. And then we'll be like, when the Civil War started, we took mushrooms.
And we saw flying flowers and fucking rainbows coming out of people's buttholes.
Come on, let's do it just once
No,
together.
no.
I'd want to do it with you. I haven't done them yet.
I don't, Devin. If I don't even drink with you, what makes you think I'm gonna want to do mushrooms with
Why
you?
don't you drink with me?
Because you're an annoying drunk.
No, we're not. We discussed this already. What kind of drunk are you? And I was like, I'm a calm drunk. I like to laugh a lot.
You're also a lightweight. I feel like I'm more of a.
One, you have more mass than me, but two, I can outdrink you any day of the
No,
week.
you probably can, but I feel like after beer 2 or 3, you're gonna be like, go.
After beer 1, you start freaking out. You're like, I'm done. No, I'm getting buzzed. No, I'm done. No, Devin. I'm serious. No, Devin. Stop. I'm done.
Yeah, but it's expected of me, not a pro like you.
I'm not a pro. I just drink more.
You're an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Yes, you are.
Yet.
You
Hey,
are.
that is a perfect segue. I know, my butt's vibrating. That's a perfect segue that I ruined by saying that. Guess what I'm doing on January?
Going clean.
Well, yes. It started off with me and my brother taking a vow to stop drinking all of January, right? We're calling it dry January. I think it's a trend. I don't know. I heard about it somewhere. See, that was part 2. It was coming out. No.
That's a prequel.
No, that was part 2 1/4. That was the after credit scene. So we were like, hey, we've been drinking a little too. Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
6. We were like, we've been drinking a little too much recently. Let's chill out, right? We'll get drunk at the end of the year, we'll have the New Year celebration or whatever, and then come January, we're not going to drink at all, right?
Shit, it's my mom.
Fuck! We'll be right back. And we're back. So we decided that on top of not drinking for the rest of January, we were gonna like actually use it as like a resolution type of thing and like stay committed to it. Yeah. But like not just drinking. We decided to not vape or ingest any nicotine whatsoever.
You guys are doing the Eddie run.
The Eddie run?
Yeah.
No, this is harder than the other. Oh well, mine is. So then we both agreed no more vaping, no more nicotine, no more drinking after December 31st, right? But then I was like, that's not good enough. I got to be innovative. I got to be strong, right? So I'm doing my dry January turned into hell month.
I think I know where you're going with this.
So I'm not going to have any alcohol, any nicotine, any caffeine, or any dopamine for the entire month of January. That entails no drinking any alcohol, no smoking any weed. I'm still on that, and I've had cravings. No smoking any nicotine or ingesting any nicotine. That includes nicotine packets, cigars, cigarettes, all of it, right? Even my pipe. That includes no coffee, no chocolate because chocolate has caffeine, no Monster, no tea,
Devin.
and then the dopamine part, which I feel like is going to be the absolute hardest for me, is no masturbation, no YouTube, and no social media.
Oh my God, Devin! No, Devin,
I'm doing it.
You can't.
I'm doing it.
Actually, you probably can, but it's gonna be real. You're gonna be
It's gonna suck.
You're gonna be such a bitch, dude.
It's gonna fucking suck.
I'm not gonna talk to you for the month of January.
So just to clarify here, no alcohol, no weed, no nicotine, no caffeine, no porn or no masturbation, no YouTube, and no social media.
Devin.
Now all the other stuff up until like the YouTube and all that, I can do just fine.
Yeah,
right? I mean, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have withdrawals, especially from caffeine.
Right.
I've been ingesting caffeine every day for like my entire life. That's gonna be hard, especially the nicotine too. The alcohol will be kind of tough, like on the weekends.
No, I think you are gonna break. I think you are gonna break.
Nope, not doing it. Not breaking.
You're gonna be weak. You're gonna
Nope.
be like, there's a monster right there.
Nope, not doing
I
it.
just can smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it.
And then you're gonna take a little taste and be like,
nope, not doing it. I'm not doing it because that feeling of shame is worse than any pain I have to go through. So the hardest part for me is gonna be YouTube. I already know it because I have a huge YouTube.
Yeah,
addiction.
YouTube. I think is gonna be YouTube and caffeine is gonna be the hardest ones.
And I know YouTube will be just because, like, I'm sure we all have a mild YouTube addiction at this point. It's substituted TV for pretty much everybody. And it's one of those things like I can spend 5 hours at a time. I mean, longer. I'm not trying to like say whatever. I can spend 5 hours of any given day watching YouTube, be completely unsatisfied by every single video I watch, get off my phone, and then log in 10 minutes later to watch YouTube again.
I feel like you're a special case because I'm not entertained by YouTube.
Really? Dude, I at one point back in high school when I tried to quit YouTube, I was watching YouTube for 8 hours a day while I was going to school full time.
You can check down the app, huh?
Not anymore. Back then you used to look at like time watched and it would show you your all time that you watched and your daily average. I think you can still check like recent statistics, and then you can also check on iPhone, see your screen time. But my YouTube addiction is like crazy. I watched it way too much and I still do. I mean, now I only watch it at the end of the day or I watch it on the weekends. But rather than doing something productive or getting entertainment from something that's more meaningful, I'll just watch YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. 2-hour YouTube videos, 1-hour YouTube videos, 10-minute YouTube videos. It just never ends. It's just constant. And I kind of want to substitute that. So rather than watching YouTube, for the time being, I'll be reading books, playing video games, or watching movies, that kind of thing. So it's not completely without dopamine, but it's not the same levels that I'm used to from YouTube. Because its system is similar to TikTok, and where it's designed to keep you watching, especially now that it's got YouTube Shorts on there.
Mhm.
And every time you click on a new video, you start getting dopamine rushes, and it doesn't take the same level of commitment as, say, like a movie.
I'm trying to look at the YouTube, but it's not even popping up.
Well, I guess you don't watch it that much.
Yeah.
I watch YouTube like fucking way too much, especially on my account because my TV has YouTube TV. I have it on both my phones. Like at work, when I take a lunch, I don't go out and eat and like relax. I just go into a parking lot and fucking watch YouTube for 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. Like I'm addicted to the fucking app. So no YouTube. I'm going to be gaming, reading, or watching movies. Like something that's more productive because those are forms of entertainment that you have to like really be dedicated to.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I spend so much time on YouTube, I don't do things that I used to enjoy as much. Like I play games casually, sure, but I used to enjoy it a lot more back then. I haven't been reading as much at all. And then I do watch movies regularly, but like I want to try branching into more artsy movies and just more movies that I haven't seen, that kind of thing.
One thing I am bringing into the New Year's is watching at least one new movie a week.
And that's a good one for you, especially since you're going to be a director.
Like last week I saw what movie did I saw? Oh, I saw The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's not a good one. It's
I
not
like it.
It's not my cup of tea. I'm not the target audience, that's why.
Well, I don't think there is a target audience. It's more of a
It's a biopic, I know.
yeah, it's a biopic.
But it's still a movie and it's not targeted to me, for me. But one thing I will admit about that movie is the dialogue was fucking mint. I'll say that much.
It's really good, yeah.
But
And there's obvious like, you know, the Margot Robbie scene.
the Margot Robbie scenes, the fucking they had a room specifically for fucking people in the office. They had a sign that said no fucking in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like all those explicit scenes obviously weren't for me.
I mean, the Margot Robbie scene.
No. I can see why
Just wait.
I could see why people thought she's hot though. She was 23 or 24 when they made that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was that young.
She's 33 now, so just take 10 years back.
She's only 33?
Yeah. Surprised me too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I can see why people find her attractive. Not
Wait,
me.
how tall is she?
5'6".
Oh.
I looked her up
Oh.
because I was curious too. I thought she was like in her maybe like late 30s.
Oh.
But no, I think I gave it 3.5 stars.
Who cares? I got new info that I could work with. Once I meet her, it's over. Wait, no, I still got a lot of people I need to meet before that. I don't know. Did you know she slept with Will Smith, allegedly?
Yeah, I know.
Crazy, huh? There's no way Will Smith bagged that. Fucking Will Smith, fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's how you're late in the cultured news.
Culture news.
Yeah, you didn't hear about the whole Jada and Will drama.
I heard about the Jada and Will drama.
That's one of the things they brought up, saying that he slept with Margot Robbie.
That fucking bastard.
But yeah, I saw that movie, and then I watched White House Down. Stupid movie.
Yeah, couldn't get into it.
I'm watching 65 right now. It's too early for me to judge it.
I haven't. What do you mean? You didn't finish it?
I know because I started setting these things up.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to start a movie right before I got here. Like, I told you what time I was getting off.
Yeah, but like knowing you, I thought you were gonna come early because normally you'll be like, Eddie, I'll be there at 1, and you get here at 12:45.
Well, I did get here early-ish. I got here I told you I was gonna get off at 4, and then I got here at like 4:05.
You said 4-ish. That's
4-ish. That's 4:05-ish.
Yeah, that's still ish. Whatever. Well, my point is, I thought I had more time.
You thought you had 2.5 hours time?
No, it's only an hour 20.
Watch The Hateful Eight. I think you.
I know. That's on my list.
I think you would like it.
Since I got Netflix back, I've been seeing all the movies, and I still need to see Taken. I still need to see.
Taken's fucking good.
I still need to see Nonstop.
Wait, no. Am I? I'm confusing Taken with Wanted. Taken's all right. Wanted is
a good movie. Is that the one where they curved the bullet?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit's so
yeah,
sick.
I never realized how stacked the fucking cast was.
It was really stacked, especially for the time.
Yeah.
Good ass fucking movie.
I also want to see. I don't think they have it on Netflix. I want to see the Maleficent 7 or
The Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent or whatever movie has Denzel, Ethan Hawke. They have another stack cast too. It's a Western movie.
Oh, it's a remake of the original. There is a movie that came out in like the 1960s.
Yeah. I know it was a remake. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Adam Sandler version. Stupid.
Oh
movie.
no.
That's the Magnificent Six or some shit.
I hate parody movies. Like Scary Movie, hate it.
Really?
Yes, I hate the superhero movie. Hate it.
I miss the time where in our culture, in our society, where parody movies could like exist.
Yeah, I do miss it. I'm not a fan of them.
Like, I'm glad. I think I told you this, that when I went to the theaters recently and I saw the trailers for movies coming out, I saw one superhero trailer movie and it made me so happy because all the rest of them were independent movies or B movies or just movies that aren't really getting made anymore. Of course, there's like action ones. There's like Planet of the Apes. There's still franchises, but I think Hollywood is drifting away from
they're
the
just
Marvelization of everything.
they're just taking a break.
Hopefully it changes.
It's because Marvel made shows instead of movies.
Good. Stick with shows, Marvel, because your movies suck now and they're flopping left and right.
Yeah, they are. But I feel like they're gonna pick it up within the new year.
No, I want to see more movies coming back to the screen. What's that one that... Fuck, I fucking forgot the name of it. It's supposed to be coming out like around Christmas and it's like about a teacher working at a school or something. It's supposed to be kind of like a comedic drama or something. Fuck, I forgot the name of it, but that one looked interesting. There's the Argyle one coming out, directed by the guy who made The Kingsman. It's supposed to be a secret agent movie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm interested in that. There's the Planet of the Apes movie, which actually looks really good, and there was a couple of others that I saw, but like none of them were like big blockbuster superhero movies. All of them were more of like the movies that used to come out 15 years ago, which makes me happy.
It makes me glad, but
Oh, Napoleon. I still want to see Napoleon.
we still gotta watch Napoleon.
Yeah, we still got... You'll fucking make time out of your schedule to watch Napoleon, but not break into an abandoned warehouse and go
Do you
exploring?
want to watch it tomorrow?
No.
Why?
I got shit to do.
You work out.
Yeah, work out.
Work out and then just go and fucking play games.
No, I was gonna... Well, maybe I could play some games tomorrow. I haven't gamed all week. I'm in the middle of playing Mad Max. Have you played that game?
No.
Oh, wait. No, you haven't. Good-ass game. That's what video games should be right there. Fucking entertaining as
there's
hell.
this new video game coming out. It's a first-person shooter, and it's...
You lost me already.
Isn't Mad Max like that? No.
No.
What was that game you played before then? It was like a...
BattleBit?
Yeah.
I'm still playing BattleBit. It's online.
Oh. But it's...
Wait, Jets.
Look, so there's a first-person shooter game based off like a 1920s era, and you play as Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I have seen clips of that. Yeah, it's still in development, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's there's leaked footage or they released footage of the game. It looks kind of sick.
Dude, it looks really cool. It's kind of like a Cuphead style of game.
Yeah.
I saw footage of that months ago when it first got teased, and I've kind of been waiting for that. That's like a story game, kind of like BioShock. I enjoy first-person shooters like that.
Okay.
Those are cool.
That reminds me. I saw something that reminded me of Fallout. What do you think of the trailer?
Still haven't watched it.
What the fuck, Devin?
But from what I heard from all my Fallout guys, the YouTubers I watch,
Right.
nobody. I mean, they're optimistic, but nobody's really feeling it because of how they're changing the story. For those of you that know your Fallout lore, it's supposed to be taking place in California, and yet there's no mention of the NCR anywhere. And apparently, the Brotherhood of Steel set up in California, even though the whole point of why the NCR took over and was fighting the Legion was because there was no Brotherhood presence there. And then they're trying to make the Brotherhood of Steel make it seem like they're a government trying to take over the land and bring prosperity to the Commonwealth, when the Brotherhood of Steel has always been technology hoarders and the kind of people that go into places and steal all the computers that they have to benefit themselves, and they only really care about themselves. And there's a lot of little things, like they're creating Megaton in the fucking story itself. It's pissed me off, the little things that I've seen. They're not going according to the lore. And there's one thing you don't want to do with Fallout fans is mess up the lore. That being said, I haven't seen it. So I guess can't say much other than that.
Oh,
So, Mad Max, good game. You should play it.
I'm okay.
Battle
I'm replaying Red Dead because the only reason I'm replaying Red Dead is because I was looking at all the games and all the hours I put time in. For Minecraft, it's my number one game that I've mostly played.
Really?
And I have 764 hours.
Rookie numbers.
And I'm like, there's no way. I don't really like this game that much. I like playing it with Devin and everything, but like, Devin's not playing it right now, so who cares? So I'm like, I need to at least amp up the numbers to at least 300 for Red Dead.
I think last time I had checked, my Red Dead numbers were like 150 something. But I've been getting the itch to replay it because I think I replay it every 2 years, and it's been about 2 years.
Yeah.
So I've forgotten just enough of the game to replay it. That's the benefit of having my memory, is that I can replay games.
And then have that same experience.
Yeah, except Fallout 4. I haven't been able to replay Fallout 4 because I still remember like pretty much all of it from the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I'm probably going to replay it in January since I'm going to have a lot of free time.
I was talking with the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, damn, I feel like playing Minecraft. And it reminded me, are you guys still doing that Minecraft world, your family?
Which one?
You told me every Christmas.
Not every Christmas, but like without schedule, like once a year at some point, we started Minecraft world.
Oh.
We did it this year, and then we brought all you guys with us, and that's when we started that huge-ass village.
Mm-hmm.
That was a sick-ass village.
I wish we kept it on, dude. I wish we kept
yeah,
it going.
fucking right. You guys weren't contributing to helping me build it up at
I was
all.
building the wall.
You didn't do shit on the wall. You did the perimeter, and then I was like, Eddie, get some cobblestones so that we can build this up, because we're going to have to turn it into smooth stone and then turn it into that other stone so that we can build it up. And you're like, well, I'm the only one doing the wall. And I was like, I'm helping you with the wall. And then every time I logged in, fucking Borges' house was destroying the whole site of everything, the bastard.
I was doing the wheat field.
And then Seats fucking stopped playing like 2 weeks in. So he just had like netherite armor that was chilling in his house and he never wanted to get on. And then Rob stopped fucking playing too. So we were supposed to fight a war with Rob.
I think Rob was scared. That's why he stopped playing. Because
I don't think he had the time.
Oh.
He said that he logged on and he saw one of us had netherite and he was just like, I'm not doing that. Because
he was scared.
He barely got to...
Because it was kingdom versus kingdom. He was gonna die.
Why don't we start another one in this coming year? And then you and I start our own kingdoms. And then we go off. We'll invite Rob. We'll invite my brother. We'll invite some other people. And then we could go off. I think that'll be cool.
Your Christmas gift is coming in on Sunday.
Thanks. I forgot to get your Christmas gift. So, I actually have a story. I don't know how much of this I'm going to have to bleep out, but I wanted to tell you. So, guess what happened? Guess.
Oh, you want me to guess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's pertaining to...
He grew.
No. I don't know if that would happen. I hope it doesn't. So we haven't been getting on Discord, right? And he hasn't been using the Discord, and he basically just kind of like cut off all ties with us for the most part. I mean, we still had each other on all of our social medias after everything went down, but like I noticed that he wasn't checking my stories anymore, and he wasn't like. I don't know if he was sending reels into the thing because I left because I didn't want to see any of the reels no more. I wasn't looking at them.
Wait, I thought you were still in there.
No, I left like 4 weeks ago.
Bullshit, I checked last week and you were in there.
Nope. Go ahead, look. I'm pretty sure Bork and Juan and all of them are still in there, but I'm not.
Oh, you are. You're not. You're gone.
And so there's all that going on, right? But we haven't been on Discord, and I haven't gone onto the server and like edited anybody in a while. And I had heard from Hector, or Hector told my brother, right? Because he apparently created his own Discord server because he missed getting on Discord with everybody, right? And did he invite you to that?
I'm in it.
Oh, you're in it?
Yeah. So when
I'm kicking you out.
So when that whole thing first started, him and I still use the Discord to still talk to each other. And I remember one time I called him on his own personal account, and he's like, "I have a server, join," and I joined and everything. Yeah.
How many people are in it?
Not much. It's only me, Fern, and one other person.
Oh. Well, I found out about this server recently through my brother because he messaged Heck, right? And he goes, "Hey, join my server." And then Heck's all, "Yeah, all right, buddy." And then he spammed him the server invite. He sent him like 10 server invites or something like that. And then he's all, join. I thought you were going to join it. And then Heck was laughing about it because then he told my brother, he goes, "I ain't joining that shit." He goes, "I told him knowing damn well I was never going to join." He goes, "I don't even know him like that. I don't know why he wants me in the server." I just thought it was funny because it was like he was reaching, you know. You're not laughing, so I'm guessing you're still like on the fence about everything. But to me, it was funny because along with that, he was also like hanging out with people that he cut off because of various reasons. But then I guess he like started hanging out with them again. I just kind of felt bad a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But then I'm like, why am I going to feel bad over the whole thing? That being said, you're no longer in the server. I'm kicking you out. Server rules. You don't be joining other people's servers like that.
That wasn't part of the rules.
Well, now it is. So you got to leave or I'm going to kick you out of our server.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? We're in there every weekend.
I'm not. I'm always at work.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I'm not even a part of it anymore.
You never want to get on.
You guys get on in the most random times.
No,
I saw. Okay, that reminds me. I was bored one Sunday, and it was that Sunday you were coming back from your holiday trip or whatever that was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna tell Devin to get on, but I'm like, no, it's noon. He's probably asleep. And when I opened the Discord app, I saw you, Heck, and Dom all on, and Heck was live streaming.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I went to work.
Well, because I didn't know if you were at work or not. Every time I ask you, I'm at work. I don't want to. You guys annoy me. That's all I get from you. It's negativity. So then I'm like, well, I'm not going to invite Eddie because every time I just get shot down. And then the one time you look at it, we're all on. It just happened to be a weird thing.
No, we got on not too long ago, like a week ago.
Well, yeah, that's because you spawned it. You were like, hey, let's get on. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that day it was me, Heg, Peter, and Gordo. And then we were all...
Oh my God, people don't fucking know. That's even worse.
Well, I mean, they were just playing tournaments in Fortnite. And then they were all like hanging out. I was playing my game. We were cracking some jokes. It was fun. Why didn't you join? Before you went to work.
I don't know, actually.
See, that's the thing. You'll complain about not being like involved, but you had a chance to join. You didn't. And then on top of that, when we invite you, you don't join. And then you say it's because you annoy me. It's because I don't talk to this person.
Cut this part out.
I can bleep it out.
Oh, bleep it out.
You've never met Peter or Gordo.
Yeah, but if they're anything like...
So then you can't complain about not being involved because we just have...
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you do. You complained in the past and it seemed like you were complaining a little bit ago.
No, I wasn't.
You just said, I got on and I was going to tell you to get on and I thought you were asleep and then I saw you guys all on like you were upset that we didn't...
No, I was like, it was just wrong timing. That's it.
So you want to get on this weekend?
No, I'm working.
Man, I fucking hate you, Eddie. You know what? I'm going to kick you out of the server. Okay. You already crossed the boundary. You went into the enemy's territory.
I don't care.
Chatting it up with him.
I don't care. I wasn't going to tell you this. Oh, fuck, it doesn't matter. We have to keep the show going.
No, just tell me it.
No, we're going to have to bleep this shit out.
Okay, we'll bleep it out. Boo fucking who?
I wasn't going to tell you this, but might as well. He's going to do Penske and my job.
Good luck.
Why?
I would not refer him if I was you.
Why?
Because that would be the third job that he's going to join, do for a week, and then quit.
Well, he said he wants to stick with it.
I don't think he will.
I think he will.
That's what I said for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I got let down every time.
I don't know. He has an interview tomorrow. So, no. Yeah, tomorrow.
Did you refer him?
Yeah.
Oh, you dumbass. It's going to get tied to you.
I don't care. No. I told my boss, I'm like, I'm not taking credit for this. I just told him to apply and he applied and here he is.
Okay, then you're safe. You're safe.
Yeah, but even if they refer me, what are they going to do? Fire me? Good luck.
Well, I mean, they could based off of your associations. You know how your work is. You can't even hang out with people outside of work.
Yeah.
They're fucking weird.
Yeah, they are weird. It's a weird.
If there was a
company.
Civil War, do you think they'd make you clock in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because people are gonna still shop for some fucking reason.
And then you're still gonna have to be stopping people from stealing shit. You're gonna be like, "What's the fucking point?
Yeah.
What they need? This
What's the
shit?
point?
Why would they? Oh, I can actually see it too. Like they're going to buy sneakers and
Yeah.
shit. Like what are you doing? Why are you here?
Yeah.
I have to be here.
Yeah. It's I don't know. What time are we at?
2:11. Why are you time counting? We're having a good time here.
We are?
I am. This whole episode's been fun. It's like it's very reminiscent of our first episode. Yeah. It's just kind of all over the place. We talked about movies.
We talked about Marvel a little bit, but we talked
video games, logic, politics.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect if I had that theory ready, but work got in the way of all that. But like I said, I'll probably just post the theory as like a mission log, which means I got 2 mission logs to record this weekend, another one to edit, and then this episode to edit, and then I got to publish all of these next week.
Or the week after.
I would prefer to have the mission logs before this one because,
Yeah.
Actually, should we just start?
Yeah, we should start
segueing?
wrapping it up.
Okay. Let me figure out.
My back is hurting, that's why.
I'm sorry. You could have taken the chair. I just sat down assuming this.
No, it's because I thought you were going to do the theory. That's why.
Oh, so you were going to lay down?
Yeah, I was going to lay down with
Fucking
the
asshole.
theory.
Well, they're not going to realize that it's any later because it's going to be coming out the same week this comes out. But like, yeah, I didn't do the theory today. Obviously, you can hear it. Fucking Jets. Okay, hold on. This gives me a second. Okay, so I don't really know how to transition to this. Eddie, sit up.
We're ending the show.
We're not ending the show.
There, that you just ripped the Band-Aid off. There's no fucking...
You know what? I'm glad you said it like that because now I can paraphrase. No,
Yeah.
we're not ending the show, but we are taking a break starting this episode. We were going to do like a holiday episode or have one come out next week, but we figured the schedule's too crazy that this will just be the last one, hence the title of the episode, hence the length of the episode. But yeah, going into 2024, Eddie and I are going to be taking a short hiatus, and we will be back in the spring of 2024. We have a date set, but we're just not ready to announce it yet. So we're going to be taking some time off just to, 1, upgrade the show, 2, just take a rest from not having to podcast every single week and maintain topics every single week, and also just to give us a chance to live a little, maintain our friendship without the podcast here. Mm-hmm. I don't really know if there's anything else we need to add. Like, obviously, when we come back, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. We're going to have a better setup. We're going to have the guests returning at that point. But moving forward, this will be the last episode for a little while. That being said, Eddie, what is one animal you think you could beat in a fist fight?
Well, didn't we talk about this a few episodes ago?
No.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
What's one animal you think you could beat in a fist fight?
Yeah, you said... The reason I know is because you're like...
Oh, yeah, because you said you would fight a sloth.
Or a koala, some shit like that.
Okay. What's one animal you could beat in a boxing match? Oh, okay. Do you think you could beat a kangaroo in a boxing match? No?
No.
So if I put you in the ring with the kangaroo, you guys both have gloves, right? The kangaroo's not allowed to use his feet.
Wait, we talked about this too.
Yeah, I know we have, but could you beat a kangaroo?
No.
I think you could.
No, dude, have you seen the speed of that dude?
Dude, what the fuck is that? If you hit the kangaroo once really hard in the head, just bink, he's gonna be so jarred that the fight's over. He'll throw in the fucking flag. You've seen the goddamn videos. You know that they're not gonna put up a fucking fight.
Yeah, they will.
No, I think
if the kangaroo knows it's a boxing then I'm screwed.
If he knows the rules of a boxing match and he knows what goes into it,
yeah,
right?
I'm screwed.
Well, I think most people are screwed in that instance. But if you had